So you're thinking about getting an e-bike, or maybe you just got one and you're diving into all the fun. Either way, I've got something for you today that I wish I had when I was just starting out. Because, let's be honest, e-bikes are awesome, but they come with a bit of a learning curve and a few surprises. So in this video, I'm going to share the top 10 things I wish I knew before getting my first e-bike. Some are practical, some are a little unexpected, but they're all things I learned the hard way, so you don't have to. Let's start with the basics. Yes, you still have to pedal. A lot of folks think an e-bike means you're just sitting there cruising like you're on a scooter. And while some bikes do have a throttle feature that lets you ride without pedaling, most of the time you're using pedal assist. That means the motor only kicks in when you do. Now, don't get me wrong. The ride is way easier than a traditional bike, especially on hills or longer rides. But the bike is still expecting some effort from you. You're moving your legs, engaging your core, and depending on your terrain or assist level, it can still be a legit workout. The good news? You get to choose how much effort you want to put in. Want a breeze of a ride? Crank up the assist. Want to get your heart rate up? Dial it down and let your legs take the lead. All right, this one caught me off guard early on. Charging your e-bike takes time. Not like grab a coffee and you're good. I'm talking 4 to 6 hours for a full charge. That means if you forget to plug it in the night before, your spontaneous morning ride might suddenly involve a lot more walking than you planned. Also, some batteries charge slower as they age, and extreme temperatures, especially the cold, can affect charging speed and performance. My tip? Get into the habit of plugging in your battery as soon as you get home. It's just like charging your phone. You don't want to run out of juice halfway through a ride, especially when you're 10 miles from home and facing a hill with a 60-pound bike. Let's clear something up that confused me at the start. Pedal assist and throttle are not the same thing. Pedal assist means the motor gives you a boost when you're pedaling. It's like having a little helper pushing you along. The more effort you put in, the more help you get depending on your assist level. Throttle, on the other hand, is more like a scooter. You twist or press a button and the bike goes. No pedaling required. It's great for getting moving from a full stop, climbing steep driveways, or just giving your legs a break. But, and here's the important part, not all e-bikes come with a throttle. Some only have pedal assist. Others have both. Depending on your local laws, one might be legal while the other isn't. So before you buy, make sure you know what your bike comes with and how you plan to use it. I think this is one of the most pleasant surprises with e-bikes. Hills are no longer the enemy. That dreaded steep climb that used to ruin your route, now it's just another part of the ride. But I'll be honest, you're not flying up the hill effortlessly. You'll still feel the incline, especially if your assist level is low. The difference is you don't dread the hill. You don't have to plan your ride around avoiding inclines. That's a game changer. This one got me early on. E-bikes let you ride farther. A lot farther than you'd normally consider on a traditional bike. Why? Because it's easier. You're not getting exhausted after 5 miles. You feel good, like really good, so you keep going. But here's the catch. You forget you still have to come back. And depending on the terrain and your battery life, that return trip can be a different story. So if you're someone who loves exploring, that's amazing, but pay attention to your remaining battery range. And maybe bring a charger with you if you're heading somewhere with outlets. If you're liking this video so far, give it a like. And make sure to subscribe for more e-biking content and reviews. I'll admit, I underestimated how much extra maintenance an e-bike requires. It's still a bicycle, yes, so you've got tires to inflate, chains to clean, brakes to adjust. But now you've added electronics, wires, and a lithium-ion battery into the mix. Batteries need care. Don't store them in extreme heat or cold. Don't let them fully discharge all the time. And if you're not riding for a while, store them at around 50% charge. Not full, not empty. It's also worth checking that your connections are clean and dry, especially if you ride in wet conditions. A little maintenance goes a long way toward avoiding issues down the road. Here's something I learned the hard way. E-bike laws vary wildly depending on where you are. In some areas, Class 2 or 3 e-bikes are banned from bike trails. In others, there are speed limits or restrictions on throttle use. Some parks won't allow any electric bikes at all, even if you're pedaling. So if you plan to travel with your bike or even just ride in new areas, do yourself a favor and look up the local rules first. And always, always be respectful. E-bike riders already get some flack from traditional cyclists, so let's make a good name for ourselves. This one doesn't hit you until you have to lift the thing. E-bikes are heavy. Most weigh between 50 and 70 pounds. If you've got a cargo bike or fat tire model, you might be pushing 80 plus. Now that's fine while you're riding, the motor makes it feel light. But the second you need to lift it into a car, up some stairs, or onto a rack, you feel every ounce. If you're not super strong, look into foldable or step-through options or get a ramp for loading onto bike racks. Trust me, your back will thank you. Get my list of comfortable, lightweight e-bike options below the video. I didn't realize how many people would be curious about my e-bike. I get stopped all the time, at coffee shops, in parking lots, even at red lights. People want to know, how fast does it go? How far can you ride? What brand is it? How much did it cost? And honestly, I don't mind. It's fun to share something you love. But it's something to prepare for. If you're shy, just know that your bike will be a conversation starter. And if you're outgoing, well, you just found your next favorite icebreaker. Last but definitely not least, comfort is not a guarantee. Just because the e-bike looks great online doesn't mean it'll feel great on your ride. My first few rides left me sore, not because the ride was hard, but because the saddle was wrong for me. The handlebars were too low, my posture was off. You might need to swap out the seat, raise the handlebars, or even change the grips. These aren't expensive upgrades, but they make a world of difference. A well-fitted bike means longer, more enjoyable rides and fewer excuses not to ride. So there you go, 10 things I wish I'd known before getting an e-bike. If you're just starting out, I hope this helped you feel more prepared and maybe even more excited. Got a tip of your own? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you've learned on your e-bike journey. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share it with a fellow rider. Until next time, enjoy your ride.